Welcome back to Breaking Dawn now. But the political scene is fast becoming a poison chalice for many. Embattled ANC MP Bongani Bongo has joined a list of politicians who've claimed to have been scared or have been scared of being poisoned. Now, last week, he reportedly hinted that Public Enterprises Minister Pravin Gordhan had had a hand in his alleged poisoning. Gordhan rubbished the claims as Bongo's hallucinations. Joined on the line is Matlala Sitlalokhwele. He joins us on the line to make sense of the murky world of South African politics and the role, I guess, that poisoning plays. Matlala, good morning. Welcome to Breaking Dawn. Thank you for your time.
Morning.
So, Bongani Bongo is not the first politician we've heard claim that there was poisoning. Just recently, the NPA dropped the matter relating to the poisoning of President Jacob Zuma, saying they could find no evidence of poisoning. He, of course, had said his estranged wife, Manduli, had been involved in some kind of regime change plot against him. A few years ago, we also heard from Julius Malema warning the SACP Solima Baila that there were people who could potentially poison him, telling him not to eat or drink anything that wasn't prepared at home. So poison keeps coming up as quite a big part of South African politics. Why is that?
Poisoning has been a method of assassination traditional in political terms. I mean, historically, it dates back to a few millennium back. In terms of the South African context, I think the insinuation that some politicians might be poisoned, it cannot necessarily be proven because there's no toxicology reports to show that. It's a matter of hearsay, but they use it to paint themselves as victims of their political opponents, to say that we're fighting for the right cause. There might be people who are out there to get us. Look, and most of the people who are making these claims are people that the political ideology seems to lean towards the left. I mean, in the ANC circles, as much as the ANC is a very liberal party, to be quite honest, we have seen those who say they're part of the so-called REP faction using these poison claims. They're very much aligned to the Russians, you know, and the Soviet Union was very big in terms of political opponents being poisoned. But in the latest incident of former State Security Minister, Bongani Bongo, he claims or he insinuates that Pravin Gordhan might have been behind his poisoning. Look, it's no secret that Pravin has been, or this struggle against RET, anti-RET transformation has been given a face through Pravin Gordhan. It's actually an attack on a person of Pravin Gordhan to say that this guy is so anti-African, he will do anything to actually destabilize the transformation of South Africa.
I mean, was it last year we also heard Deputy President Didi Mabuza alleged to have been poisoned and he was receiving treatment in Russia. But I guess poisoning also gives the sense that more than just it being, you know, a political battle, a battle of ideologies, when people then invoke and say, I've been poisoned or so-and-so is trying to poison me, I think perhaps it is an attempt to give us an idea of how serious it is that politics in this country is do or die. Because when you do poison someone, as you rightly pointed out in the beginning, the idea is to get rid of them or to neutralize them or to, you know, get them out of your way. So I guess poisoning keeps coming up because our politicians are trying to give us a sense that, you know, politics in this country is this very serious, high-stakes, do-or-die game, no?
Look, firstly, I think it's an admittance by politicians to say that the organizations are not necessarily the most democratic. They might use underhand, methods to get rid of political opponents, that debates are not won through ideas or, other methods can be employed to do that. But look, in the South African context, again, poisoning has another element. I mean, we live in a country with many traditional beliefs, religious beliefs, and so on. It could imply that other people are using other forces to try to get rid of their opponents as well. Because remember, poison does not have to be in a scientific form that most people would construe it to be. There could be other insinuation of other means of being poisoned. I think in isiZulu it's called isleso or something like that. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Matlala, thank you very much for your time this morning. It's much appreciated. That's political analyst Matlala Sihlalukile speaking to us about the recurring theme or the recurring idea of poisoning in politics. Of course, ANC Bongani Bongo being the latest one to say he was being poisoned and seeming to infer that it involved Public Enterprises Minister Pravin Gordhan.